On this week's breaking news, LEGO's won some really fun awards. The Bricklink Designer Program has started your pre-orders, and Billund is in our hearts. All that and much, much more on this week's breaking news. Today's episode is brought to you by Back to Brick, my newest venture into the A-Full merchandise, the ultimate LEGO-inspired clothing line that's not just fashionable, but also celebrates the very foundation of the LEGO system we all know and love. Imagine minimalist designs that seamlessly blend style and nostalgia. Back to Brick brings you high-quality apparel inspired by the iconic LEGO bricks we know and love. Each piece is crafted with precision and attention to detail, making it a must-have for any LEGO enthusiast. These aren't just your average threads. We're talking about minimalist designs that don't scream at you, but just show your nerddom in a classy way. And of course, they're inspired by designs found in the LEGO system. And you know what screams quality? Embroidery. Almost every piece is stitched with love, featuring those iconic LEGO elements. It's like wearing your childhood memories, but making them fashionable. So whether you're a hardcore A-Full or just want to rock some seriously cool gear, check out the Back to Brick Wear page on Etsy. Dive into the collection, embrace the LEGO spirit, and let's make some memories together. Back to Brick where the style meets nostalgia. Head over to the Back to Brick Etsy page and let the fashion adventure begin. Happy building, my friends.
Lego.
Breaking news.
Hey everybody, welcome back
news.
to Back to Brick. I'm your host, Kara, and this is the podcast where we talk with fellow AFLs about their LEGO designs, and we get down to the breaking news to talk about all things LEGO's been up to for the past week. Thank you all for tuning into the podcast. As always, I like to thank everyone because it's a team effort. If I'm making it and you're listening to it, then we work together to have, an enjoyable time learning about LEGO. Now, I will be doing this every week, so stay tuned by subscribing. You can do that here or over at YouTube because they are posted over there as well, and some of my videos over there as I continue to put some out over there. But if you really want to help you become a patron over at Patreon, there's a link in the description, so you can go and be part of a great crew of people where they're supporting it in the background by helping the podcast continue to grow. They get the podcast ad-free, and we get to have some fun just interactions and building a fun little team over there. Now, today we're going to be talking about, a lot of LEGO, but on the admin side, just putting up shelves finally. It's been a process to finally understand what I wanted to do, and now that I'm doing it, I need more. I need more shelves, and that's just because there's so many LEGO that haven't been built yet that I would like to build and put up, but there's not enough shelving, and I'm going to have to figure that out and how I'm going to do that because, there's a lot of space in here, but still, just you're going to need like a full, huge place to do anything with a bunch of shelves, or I'm just going to have to pack them until, they want to fall off the shelves themselves. So we'll see when we get there. And that's pretty much it for our admin this week. So we will be doing our set reviews at the end of the episode where I go through two sets, one LEGO, one a rebrickable set, to discuss my opinions on them to see if I like them or I don't. And usually I pick the ones that I like, but who knows? Maybe I'll throw in a wild card here. Our first set is LEGO set 75423. This is the Smart Play Luke's Red 5 X-Wing, and it's on pre-order as it is one of their new sets with the Smart Play brick. And then our next set from Brickable is the Saturn V rebuild as a Gundam alternate build by Void. It's weird. It's a in brackets Void star end brackets main bracket. I'll put a link in the description, which is very helpful to it. All right, that's all I have. Let's get into this week's first breaking news story. The LEGO House always comes out with an amazing set that's exclusive to the LEGO House, meaning you have to go to Billund to get it, or you go on eBay and buy it for way overpriced. But sometimes they're pretty good. Last year's Fabuland Tribute was fine. This one, I think, hit it out of the park. This is 40507 I Heart Billund. It's a 10 plus set at 1,404 pieces and will cost you 749 Danish crowns, which depending on your currency exchange rate per the day, it's about $120, which is pretty steep for this, but it's definitely a beautiful little set. And it will be available at the LEGO House only on March 1st. And this is an exclusive tribute to LEGO Brick, bringing Billund's most iconic landmarks to life from its birthplace. And we've got a host of different things, primarily the ones that stand out. We've got the LEGO House itself, we have Legoland Billund, and we have the campus of the LEGO headquarters, including Christensen's house, the original house, and then the museum that's attached to it. This is the final design from the master designer over at the Lego house. This is Stuart, and he tributes it. Billund is the heart of our story. It's where Lego play began and where it keeps evolving. And what Heart Billund, we wanted to capture not just the landmarks, but the feeling of what this place means to family, friends, and everyone who can dream in Lego bricks. It's having so many cool tributes to it. It's got Miniland, it's got the original house, and different ways that implement the system itself. It's really a cool moment to have captured in Lego form here. And not only that, they're releasing a new Lego House Passport cover to also mark the moment. And instead of just the globe with the 2x2 brick on it, this one actually has the Lego house from above, which is that's definitely really fun for it. And there's some other little tidbits for it, and it's kind of sad that we don't get a chance to get it ourselves, but you can go over to eBay and purchase it, or just go to the Lego House in Billund and get one for yourself and enjoy. What a really cool experience it is at the Lego House. Highly recommend it. Did it a few years ago, and it is definitely a best way to experience Lego in its birthplace. Lego Technic has released their newest F1 vehicle. This is the McLaren MCL39. It's at 42228, an 18 plus rating, 1,675 pieces, and a cost of $230, and will be available on March 1st. Now, they've done this already with the Red Bull and the Ferrari recently, and this is the newest one. The McLaren's team did win so this past year, so it just makes sense that they would come out with this. It has some fun features where it can enable DRS. We've got the engine compartment in the back, and it is the latest design as they continue to do more designs, because we're going to get a lot more with changes coming as they move to 50% electric, 50% fuel, which I don't know how that's going to change the sport. It's definitely going to be something crazy to see because, well, that's a redesign of the engines and all that. It comes in the classic black and orange coloring and the iconic wheels that are the chrome wheels from Google, not chrome like Chrome the color. So if you're a big McLaren fan, this is something to look out for and get excited about. A leaked image has also come out for F1, the new helmet series. We've got two leaked so far, Hamilton's helmet and Leclerc's helmet. And Hamilton, not only does it come with the helmet itself, but it comes with a minifigure of them in their current team, which Hamilton has his yellow helmet with the visor piece, which I think is brand new, which that's pretty cool. Unless it's a sticker, then it's not very cool, but I think it's a new piece. And then we have Leclerc also from Ferrari with his red Ferrari helmet, white lower section, and the visor. These look perfect to be the F1 helmets. I think they've done a great job with this, and I'm excited to see what they'll come out with price-wise, because it's probably not going to be very cheap for something like that. There's been a new release trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu, and of course, Lego has revealed their sets finally. We've got quite a few of them that we're going to go through here. The Mandalorian Grogu Allies and Villains. This is a brickhead set, 661 pieces, and cost $40. And it comes out on April 26th, which is a very interesting day. But it features the Mandalorian, Grogu, a Colonial Colonel Ward, Imperial Remnant Snowtrooper, and an Anzilon, just the tiny little character. And we've got Colonel Ward is Sigourney Weaver for these. So it's another 5-pack set. So the two smaller definitely adds to not having to cost $50 for it, because that's what they usually do. So it brings the price down a little bit here. The ATRT Attack is 297 pieces and cost $50. It comes with the Mandalorian and Imperial Remnant ATRT driver, and it has the ATRT with a snow like tower that you can shoot off, and at that price, that's obnoxious. That's obnoxiously expensive for something like this. The next is an Anzelian starship. It's 701 pieces and come at a cost of $75. It comes with two Anzelians and Grogu, launching April 26th as well. And this is a unique style of ship we haven't seen before. It very much reminds me of the Tantive 4, but just a very small scale, because they're very tiny creatures. This is Babu Frick, by the way. That's the character. So I guess they're playing a main part in this and somehow. And then the Razor Crest is 930 pieces at $150. It comes with the Mandalorian, Zeb, Colonel Ward, Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper, and Grogu. Now, this is a smaller version than we got before. They've compacted it a little bit, and the minifigures are definitely really cool. And they have some features, it looks like, where we can open the side panel and see inside. The ramp in the back goes down, but not much else. So it's just kind of a set that they put out for having it with the new sets. The New Republic X-Wing Starfighter is 558 pieces at $70. Excuse me. It comes out with Colonel Ward, Carson Tiva, and the New Republic Astromech Droid. And this one's launching on April 1st, though. And it has them in their flight suits. And it's just another X-Wing to add to the collection. And finally, we've got a new buildable Grogu. This is Grogu Mandalorian Apprentice. And it has Grogu rebuilt in a buildable scale, but this time he has a belt on with the Mandalorian shield piece that's on his chest. Was this necessary to have at $130? No. They literally just changed the face up a little bit and put this little belt on it. And to be honest, it's another waste of 1,200 pieces. That's just why. I mean, you just came out with one. Just because it's the new movie doesn't mean that you have to come out with this. You could have just had like an accessory piece or something. I don't know. Still, that's just a dumb one, I think. Lego Ideas Snoopy's Doghouse has been revealed. This is an 18 plus 964 pieces at a cost of $90, and it will be available on June 1st. For any Snoopy lover, this is such a cool build. You've got the classic Snoopy doghouse, the red doghouse, and then we've got a typewriter, a tiny woodstock, and then Snoopy. And it comes in different ways that you can have Snoopy. He can stand, he can sit, or he can lay down and go to sleep. You can lift up the house and have it a campfire scene where the panels fold out and it's a starry night, and you've got a little fireplace that you can have them doing some marshmallows. And I'm not a huge fan of peanuts, but this is such a fun little set for any fan of this, because it's celebrating the anniversary as well, and they did such a good job kind of going and making it even better than the Lego Ideas build, which is usually not something they do. They usually make it worse. We just saw the otters. They made it better in a different way than what it should have been. This is very well done. So I'm excited to see this in person. Lego Pokemon. It's apparently having a problem. And I mean, we all saw it coming. It's finding the audience for it. And the sets are just too big for a lot of people trying to get into the Pokemon, and I like them just because I like Pokemon. Doesn't mean that they're good sets. That's the problem. They have some great builds to it, but the cost is really high, and they could have entered at a different level. They could have done one of these big sets and then just some small ones to really kick it off. But instead, they went big first instead, and I think that was a misstep. Will these sell out in the next week? Of course they will. They already have for pre-orders. Then they've kind of upped the pre-orders and then just waited because of the gift of purchase and so many things. The aftermarket for its Lego aftermarket and scalpers from Pokemon are doing the same thing for these. So I don't know. I don't know what the audience is going to be. We'll see exactly what they do when they come out with the smaller sets, what they're targeting. Hopefully they have minifigure scale Pokemon or small buildable ones, similar to what we do with Marvel and Ninjago, but who knows? We'll just have to wait and see on that. At the Toy Fair this year, Lego has unveiled a lot of new things. I was supposed to go, or I was invited to go, but I just didn't make it this year. I went to Key West instead, and that was definitely fun too. It's just always really expensive to get to New York. But they revealed a couple things. The Snoopy set was revealed, as we talked about, and they also brought the Smart Play sets, so you can actually go and check out the Smart Play bricks, see some of the interactions with it, and they won a couple of awards as well. The first is for the Lego Game Boy, which won the Kidult Toy of the Year. And then the best construction toy was the dinosaur fossil Tyrannosaurus Rex, which was showed off last year and revealed last year at the Toy Fair. So maybe we'll see that repeat again for some of the new sets they revealed. But well won. Definitely beautiful builds in themselves. The T-Rex is just massive, but they did a great way of capturing it. And then the Game Boy, I think, was my favorite set of last year. So definitely a addition to their collection of awards. And we'll see what they come out with next year or this year to compete for the awards next year. There's a rumor of another set coming for the Mandalorian and Grogu. This is the Star Wars Sandcrawler. It's going to be about $200 and 1,700 pieces. And the Sandcrawler has been made a few times, but it's been a while since we've seen another one. And this one might be a little different since it's from the movie. How are they going to portray it? Maybe it's a rundown style, or the one that we saw in one of the Mandalorian episodes that had the giant skull on the top of it. Who knows? We definitely are not 100%, but another Sandcrawler, probably going to be compact because, well, that's what Lego's been doing with higher prices and all these other sets. So we'll stand by and wait for that. Probably coming after these sets sometime in the summer. The Lego Crocs brick clogs, they've sold out. They were $200 and people have bought them. I don't know why, other than probably just resale and having them as a collection piece. All the influencers definitely were interested in them. There was reviews for all that. At $150, I said 200. It was 150. Now they're selling for about $200, $250. They're definitely ugly, weird, and just a collector's item thing. And just, I don't know. If you bought them, cool. And like me, if you didn't, you're not missing out on anything, I don't think. A new gift with purchase is coming for Animal Crossing. This is a Tom Nook polybag. Comes with Tom Nook, the raccoon, and it comes with his tail and his iconic Hawaiian style shirt, and then just a small platform and a present floating down in the air, which it doesn't really float down, and it's just a build part of it. It would be cool if they had put a transparent piece to have it up, but there's a 1x1 round tile of a coin and a fossil piece, which the fossil is pretty cool. And as a polybag, it gives you the chance to get this set instead of having to buy a larger set for them. A French hydro firm has decided that Lego is probably the best way to determine what kind of system they want. This French and hydropower professionals have launched a public initiative to develop a Lego set depicting a dam and hydroelectric power. The project is titled Discovering the World of Hydroelectricity, and the submittal for the Lego Ideas platform is requiring 10,000 public votes for consideration for this. The concept is developed by Hydroelectric and Hydroelectric 2, and now you can go, you vote on these, and some of them include a hydro plant, so we've got a whole water system in the dam. There's the electric cabling and the hydro plant itself. And I mean, they're pretty cool. They've done great detailing on them, even down to like the lock system for it. And definitely a good way to promote in the STEM how hydroelectric power is made and have some really cool builds at the same time. Lego DUPLO has a new set. It's a creative 3-in-1 ramp with vehicles. And it has a full ramp system where you can have the little flames at the bottom and a ring that they can jump through. So they build this big, tall ramp, and they have a couple cars that slide down and launch off. It's $70 at 111 pieces. It seems much, and it's just Duplos. That's how it is. But honestly, what a cool set! Like having this in the Lego used to do this too in standard bricks, and I think that this is a good way for kids at the younger ages, is a 3+ range, to enjoy this as well. The Bricklink Designer Program Series 7 pre-orders have launched. It'll be through February 23rd at 12 p.m. Pacific time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you've got your 5 different builds. The Privateer Frigate Fortuna, it's $350. The Walt, it's a little robot, it's $40. Sushi Restaurant at $280, and the Alchemist Shop at $200, and the Antique Collection at $110. Now, the ones selling out the fastest, I can give you a guess. Have you guessed the Private Frigate Fortuna and the Sushi Restaurant? You'd be right, because the Sushi Restaurant is great, the ship is great. The other ones are fine. Very interesting choices, I think, for those, but I think they try to give a little bit more variety on it. So definitely something you want to do before they sell out. Not sure if they will be doing that just yet, but it's an interesting time to get those sets before they go on the market for like twice the price over at eBay. Bricklink Designer Program Series 10 is in its final day. Today is the final day to vote and crowd support for your favorite set to possibly be made into a Lego set. There are, I think it was 559 or 600 sets that you can review. So it's a lot. It definitely is a lot to go through. I haven't even gone through half of them yet. So I still need to cast my votes on those. But it's something that if you're interested in doing it, it's a fun series that could be a way to get the set that you love into a Lego set. There's potential for some new Lego sets for Star Wars, the Rebuild the Galaxy. We already saw season 1 and they've released season 2. I haven't watched it yet, but I definitely need to. But the SNL alum who plays Jedi Bob has talked about some additional sets on the way. Oh, I would do anything with these guys, said Bob. Yeah, hopefully, there's maybe some stuff coming, makes whispering motion to the camera. Jedi Bob means a lot to me. That was a very special experience. Hopefully, that's not the last we see of Jedi Bob. Live action Jedi Bob is what I need. Little claw hands, little Lego claw hands. So, hey, we'll probably get some more. They did have one, I think, release, and I think I missed out on the Jedi Bob Starfighter, but Jedi Bob is just a classic in the LEGO community and definitely a fun little series. A lot of people are wondering, well, I don't know how many people are actually wondering, but the FIFA World Cup trophy, it's made in, of course, gold, but not all of it. And a lot of people are like, well, what about the drum? Why don't you make it a drum lacquered gold, something that's extra shiny? Well, the problem is it's definitely hard to do, especially at that scale. And the blocks editor talked to the designer Krista Viti and explained that doing the construction on this, one reason is gold elements are very expensive, so we had to balance it out. And if everything is shiny gold, it would be a nightmare to put together because everything is shiny. If you look at the spread of elements on the table, they just look exactly the same. We also wanted to enhance the two silhouettes. You can see we have the silhouette that is all shiny gold and it goes a bit on the side. So you have more organic movements along the structure of the model. So for anyone wondering why it's not all gold, that's the reason. I mean, it makes sense. They haven't done a chrome piece for a very, very long time. And having that cost is already high enough. Why add even more to it? There's a store event in the UK for a make and take where it's a miniature lightsaber. You can go and on March 7th and March 8th, you can build these fun little lightsabers that are blue lightsaber. The lightsaber hilt is done pretty well. The lightsaber itself is a little too short, but I think there's probably a stability issue. But who cares? It's a free Lego set that looks like a little mini lightsaber. Lego is planning to continue its expansion of retail stores, specifically in India. They're planning to open at least 50 stores in India in 2030, by 2030. And they definitely have drummed up a lot of interest as they continue to expand in that. The US is constantly expanding, so why not into the largest population in the world? India is one of the biggest markets for a potential perspective within Asia, and of course they've just opened the new factory in Vietnam, so this is part of the reasoning I think that they can promote even bigger areas like this. They expand into bigger cities and smaller stores and regions that are new to the brand. So as they did with China, they're going to expand into these areas that people know Lego and it's hard to come by, so putting a Lego store in makes everything a little easier to get. And that's all the breaking news we have this week. Thank you all for tuning into this week's podcast. I appreciate your support and continue to listen to the podcast. I'll post next week and the week after that until, well, I'm done with Lego news, which who knows? That could happen. It's likely not to happen though. And now we're going to move into our set reviews. Our first set here is set 75423. It's Smart Play Luke's Red 5 X-Wing. It's a 6+ set at 581 pieces and it'll cost you $90. And it does come with a Smart Brick. This is a Smart Play all-in-one for this. And it will be available on March 1st, but you can pre-order it now. There's a limit of 3 that you can get, but another interesting fact, if you do a pre-order, you can get the gift of purchase Duck Family that we talked about last week, which is new because they've not done it before for pre-orders, but they're doing it now. So what you get in this set, primarily, we've got the X-Wing, of course. We've got a little fuel station. We have looks like a speeder bike kind of on a platform almost, or a main gun system, a radar section, and then the charger with the USB-C for the smart brick itself, because you get with one smart brick and 5 smart tiles. Also, 2 smart minifigures. The 2 smart minifigures are Leia and Luke Skywalker, but it does come with 3 others. We do get a small pilot, I guess Rebel, R2D2, and a Stormtrooper. And what's cool is that they all interact together with different sounds. We've got the radar section has its own. We have the small refuel tank. R2D2 can have a tile. The gun system and the ship itself doing swooshing sounds and all that. And it interacts, of course, with the other 2 minifigure characters that are smart brick. And having such an intricate amount of features, you'd want to have more smart bricks, but they're not selling those individually right now. So you just have to swap them out, do different features with them. They do make it easy based on the design so that you can pick it up and put it somewhere else. I mean, this is expensive. It's not cheap, and the designs themselves don't look the best. It's the first iteration. It's very much built for kids to play with, to go away from the computers and tablets and play and interact with the technology, bringing that brick size piece of a computer into building. Does it work well with like the sets? We don't know yet. I think we're going to find out based on the first year of how they've sold. What's the interaction? Are we going to get discounts, or how they're going to continue to expand? I see potential. Not for me. It's not for me, but I'll get one just to have the smart brick, as I've talked about many times before. I think it has something. I think as our generation tries to get away from electronics with our kids, this is a way to blend and kind of build that divide. And now onto our rebrickable build. This is the Saturn V Gundam. It's a alternate build of set 92176, as well as when they redid it for the 21309. And it's by Void Main with a couple different things in there. It's 1,094 pieces, and it has all the files for free. You can go and download the I/O file, the instructions, the stand I/O, and then the instructions for the stand. And they did an amazing job making a Gundam figure out of this. Now, if you don't know what a Gundam figure is, it's part of a Japanese cultural anime where it's a giant robot suit that you put a character in. They've got flying, swords, weapons, and all that. And this is that captured in this form. It's just really cool how they were able to integrate the pieces that come from this set and build such a cool build in itself. The stand helps the robot itself stabilize. It does come with a main weapon, which is a main gun, and then you can have it lay on different on its side and different areas as well. The face mask is as well as you can get because of the piece count and the size that they're building it in. But for what they've done in these alternate builds, it's kind of crazy how they've integrated it to do such a cool build with just using pieces. And there were Brickable page, and it's tons of these sets where they take existing Lego sets and build ones that are alternate builds. So I highly recommend you check that out over on Rebrickable. All right, everyone, that's all I have. Thank you again for tuning into this week's podcast. And I'm going to leave you, as I always do. Get creative, get out there, and go build something.